Hello, my name is Adam Farnsworth, and I am the creator of the Parcan preset. I'm just going to kind of go through and show you how the Parcan can be used. First of all, I'll just import it here. As you can see here, we have custom settings that give us full control of the rotation, both the panning rotation and the tilt rotation. The sliders only let the can be rotated to where they would be able to be rotated in real life. So you'll never have a problem where your can will swivel through the neck piece or just look unnatural. The sliders are obviously animatable, so you can do custom movements like you saw in the intro piece. You have full control of the brightness, and the slider only goes up to 200%, but up to 1000% can be added in manually. Trying to keep as realistic as possible for the wide and narrow focus on an actual Parcan. You also have limited control of the beam angle from 60 degrees all the way down to 15 degrees. You also have full control of the distance, and this has no upper limit. You notice that there's volumetric settings applied to the Parcan, giving it a nice hazy feel. There's also some dust in there, so when it's animated, there'll be a slight movement in all of the Parcans. Alright, you have full control over the light color. It's defaulted to white, but you can set it to anything. Here's a red, and you'll notice that not only did the beam change, but also the color of the Parcan bulb changes, even with a little bit of a color corona around the edge. One of the slight downfalls, and hopefully it'll be fixed in an update, is that if you want to have multiple Parcans in your scene, you need to import them or drag them from your preset browser into your window. If you just duplicate the Parcan, it'll use the same materials, and you won't have independent color control. If you're going to use just one color across the board, you can duplicate the Parcan as many times, but as soon as you want to change the color, you'll have to duplicate the can. I've imported two cans here. One of them has a blue cast, and the other one has a red cast. And you can see that they are separate here. I'm just going to set up a light here so that you can kind of see what the texture on the can itself looks like. There's a very subtle black texture with a little bit of noise in there to give it some texture. There's a very subtle specular on there to give it just a bit of a reflective piece without actually reflecting anything. You'll notice it catches highlights very nicely, but doesn't overstate itself. So that's the Parcan preset, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.